the birth control basically cured all of my mental illness. Shocker, it did not.
Oh yeah. Oh no. Oh good, yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm done with my little spa session and I'm just about to wave my hair, and I figured we'd have a little chat while I do that because I have not talked to the camera in a while. I figured rather than just being anxious about it, I can just talk about the fact that I'm anxious. I have not been feeling my best the past few months, and I just like haven't wanted to vlog because obviously I'm like filming my day-to-day life, and if I'm not feeling great, like I'm not gonna want to film. But it's so annoying because I started this as a hobby to just like document my life, and I love editing and like doing, you know, things creative and painting and like sharing that with other people. But it can just be so hard when I'm not feeling good, I guess, about myself or my own life. Like I don't want to film it and share it with other people. Rewinding to like, let's see exactly how long it's been actually, hold on May 10th of this year, I decided to finally get off birth control. I've been wanting to get off birth control for years. I've been on it since I was probably like 12 or 13, and I just know like how bad it is for your body. So I was like, I need to get off of this, and I felt like it could be contributing to like my mental health. And for an entire month, I would say like a solid month, I had literally never been happier in my entire life. Like I just remember saying to Casey and to like everyone around me that I just like, I had no anxiety. I had no like other mean voice in my head, like constantly making me second guess myself. I like remember being in the car one day and just trying to explain to Casey that like my default mindset was happy, and I didn't realize how negative my like baseline mindset was until I didn't think that way anymore. And I was like, oh my god, like I just like feel so happy and optimistic about like my days and like how I'm doing. I was like thinking very kind thoughts about myself and being like, I haven't done that before. And it was obviously very, very nice. At that point, I kind of assumed that the birth control had been, you know, like messing with my mental health, as I thought. I thought the getting off the birth control basically cured all of my mental illness. Shocker, it did not. But for like a solid month, I just felt so good, and I was like just so happy and relieved to be able to get a glimpse, I guess, of like what my life would look like without all these mental health issues. I vividly remember like the first moment after that really good month that I started kind of like overthinking, I guess, and I like caught myself overthinking for the first time. I feel like I just immediately panicked, and I was like, nope, like I'm not I don't know who that girl was, and I'm not going back to her. And then throughout like April, May, you know, June, I mean it's been several months at this point, but like I've just ended up reverting, you know, back to how I was before. That caused a whole different spiral of me like trying to get back to that version of myself, because I was like, well, I just did it, I just lived it, so I can obviously do it again. And a huge issue I go through, like my biggest mental health issue, is there's some part of me that truly believes that I can like make my life perfect, and I know, obviously, like if I'm talking about it, I know that's not realistic, but I just have this voice in my head constantly telling me that like if I just work harder, or if I do things differently, or if I put all my effort into, you know, these areas, that I'll be happy and like I'll have this like perfect life and I won't have any mental health issues, and like it's a completely unrealistic standard that like I'm constantly chasing, and getting even just like a few weeks of not feeling that way, it just like sucks to feel like I'm never gonna be able to feel that again. And it was probably just like, I don't know, like it was probably just a reaction of getting off of the birth control, like the different hormones changing, and like it wasn't out of my control, but the piece of it that I kept like clinging to in my head was like, oh, I just had a really good mindset, like, and as soon as I told myself I was happy, it was like I kept kind of like manifestation, like I was like, no, I was just really happy and like thinking more positively, and I felt like that was making me do better, I guess, in life. Long story short, I pretty much was trying everything possible and burning myself out so badly to try to get every single part of my life in order, so that way I could feel like that again and I could basically like outrun whatever issues I was going through and function at a level that was literally not possible to try to reach that standard. And it really just sucks. And I hate, like, if I can't achieve what I set out to achieve in my head, that same voice is just like, oh, like it's just because you're not doing enough, like everything is because you're not trying hard enough or doing enough, and that's like no way to live. So then I get mad at myself for like thinking that way and being so mean to myself. Like, how am I supposed to be happy when in the process of trying to be happy I'm literally like burning myself out and trying to be this like superwoman? No one in the world can do it all, and I don't know why I just like consistently expect myself to be able to do it all. And when it's so ingrained in like how I think, it can be really difficult to like snap out of it and know that I'm even thinking these things. I don't know. I just feel like I'm struggling, and every single time I think like, oh, I want to vlog this weekend, literally just for fun. Like, I started this for fun and I put so much pressure on every freaking thing that I do that I take the fun out of everything. And it's like, nope, you're not interesting enough, you're not like doing enough. I just immediately think so many negative things. I just don't want to feel that way, and I don't want to feel like I have to show up as like this perfect version of myself just in person or online, or like no one's gonna like me unless I show up as that like ideal version of myself that I can be like 2% of the time. And I'm like, no, I need to be here 24/7 in order to survive. And I'm like, I can't do that. I was training this lady at work yesterday, and she sat down at my desk with me, and she was like, hey, I love your desk, like I'm really OCD too. And I was like, okay, fair. Throughout the day we just bonded so much, and every single time I train somebody, I like am so hypercritical of myself. And people that are perfectionists will understand that it's like I'm thinking my own thoughts, but especially around someone new, I'm also like playing out the interaction in my head to make sure that it's going okay the whole time, and just basically trying to control the situation as much as I can to make sure that I'm not embarrassing myself. And I always do, you know, or I think I do in my mind. And like, she was so sweet, and every single time I said something out loud that was like, oh, like, sorry, I'm a mess, I'm all over the place, or every time I said something like negative about myself, she'd be like, I don't understand where you're getting these thoughts, like I'm not sitting here thinking these things. She was basically saying is like, you don't have to say those things out loud because your fear is that I'm thinking it in my head and you'd rather just put it out in the open. She was like, I don't think that of you, and I feel like we just immediately like clicked, and I like being around you. I feel like it just reminded me like everyone has their stuff that they're insecure about, and being vulnerable and open about how you're feeling is so important for connection. And every single time I'm honest with somebody, like, no, like, I'm actually, you know, feeling like crap and I'm super anxious today and, you know, this and that, I feel so much more confident. I've been trying to practice this the past like week or so of just being very honest with how I feel and showing up as that, you know, version, and like, you get what you get and being okay with, you know, whatever version I am that day. But it's so hard. It's really hard to think positively about yourself when you're used to just critiquing every little thing you do. It's like learning an entire new language, literally, and everyone's like, oh, well, like, just don't think that of yourself. That would be nice. I would love to just not think that way about myself. And, you know, it's just practice. And I feel like every time I get like so in my head, I'm like so socially removed and I don't feel as close to the other people around me because I'm just trying to like keep all of my shit together. And then if anyone disrupts that, I feel like I get cranky and like I lose my ability to just like go with the flow with things. So this week I'm in my mode where like I feel like me and Casey feel like roommates. And I was like, you know what? Let's get ready. Neither of us like to go out and like do something. So we're getting ready and we're gonna have a paint night at home. I asked him what he wanted to do as a date and he picked painting. So I found this tutorial online and we're gonna sit at the couch and follow a little paint tutorial. And I decided to get a little bit ready and just enjoy each other's company. So I'm excited to have our little date. I think we're gonna pick up like pizzas or something, not cook, which is fine by me. I just realized that this is my first vlog that I am engaged. I kept bringing up this like little spot near our house that has the prettiest view, and I wanted to have a little sunset picnic, and I put the vibes out there and he picked them up and we had a little Mexican takeout, took it to this little lookout spot and had a picnic. And I was like, oh, let's like take pictures, because we literally never take pictures together. And he went over and like set up the phones, and then when I turned around to take the picture, he was like, you know, on his knee. I did pick out my engagement ring a few months ago, so I knew that this was going to happen. Just had our 11-year anniversary this year, so it's not really like a super shocking proposal, but it's still like so special and so exciting. And my best friend is also she's also engaged and getting married next year, so it's just like a really exciting time. But it's also like, it's not sad, but it's like just crazy that we're all getting old, and I still am not like, I still don't understand how like we have a house at this point. I haven't even got over that. It's a lot, but I'm very excited. It has been so fun just like telling everybody and surprising them, and it's like such an exciting time. And I just want, like, I just hate that I don't feel my best. Like I feel like I'm ruining it by like not being in a good headspace just around this time. But trying to learn that you're not gonna feel happy every day, and like setting yourself up to think that you possibly could be happy every day is quite literally ruining me. So I think I'm gonna, please, my hair is huge right now. Okay, I got this little cute like wrapped headband recently, so I was thinking I'm gonna try to wear that. I should probably get dressed first, but I'm gonna put this on. Anyway, I just wanted to have like an honest conversation about how I'm feeling, because especially on YouTube, like this is why I never like have had social media, because I'm so toxic to myself that like the last thing I need is the opinions of other people because I just simply cannot handle it, and I just want to push myself to like be honest, like this is how I'm feeling, this is where I'm at, and the people that, you know, want to join in can join in, and the people that don't, that's fine. So I'm gonna try to film some clips over this weekend of doing our little paint night. I think tomorrow me and my friend Hannah are gonna make some fall blankets, like the twisty tie ones, and then have like a fall themed afternoon, cozy. Like I'm very excited for that. I'm gonna try to film a little vlog to push myself to just do it, like stop waiting until I'm gonna feel better to start documenting my life again. I just want to like authentically document it. Thank you guys just for being here and watching my silly little life. I'm emotional. Okay, before I literally start crying for no reason, I'm gonna go get dressed and start prepping for this little paint night we're gonna have. Thank you for listening to my TED Talk. I thrifted this dress a couple weeks ago, and it's turtleneck. It has, I forget what this sleeve length is called. Cap sleeve? I can't remember. It's like a long dress. I'm gonna ask Casey what he'd rather do, but I have this pack of two like pretty big canvases. I have all my paints down here that we will need. Side note, my friends are so cute and got me this little one says Mrs. and this one says Bride, little like makeup bags. Sampy, show everyone how big you're getting. Yeah. Say, I'm a big boy now.
Saw you down the motorway. There was something about you that day. I can still hear the shimmering sound.
You can't post this.
Let's get right up.
Everyone's gonna make fun of it.
No, they're not.
We couldn't tell the sky from the ground. I know my life will never be the same after that day. You wrap me around your fingers and you stay.
Chips, apple pie, sweet potato gnocchi. This doesn't look edible yet, but we'll wait.
It'll be delicious.
My brain leaves my body when I try to read instructions.
Out of body existence every time you cook.
Place in a non-stick skillet. Add 2 tablespoons. Place in a non-stick skillet. Add 2 tablespoons of oil. Cover and cook for 3 minutes.
Wow,
This is gonna be a quick
that's
meal.
fast, and this is only 2.
Suckers. So you can't tell, but the sauce is like on the outside.
Oh yeah, I think I understand.
Yeah. Okay, 2 tablespoons of flour. Sorry, that's my shoe.
I didn't even hear it. My brain was like just reminiscing the Squeaky Boots episode of SpongeBob, so it's fine.
It's cute. Look at these little numbers.
That one's almost perfect. Come on, leaves. And again.
Do you want to all take time?
Or what? So are you gonna be a baby or what? We can do it all at the same time. So are you gonna be a punk or are you gonna join the cool kids? Yeah, we're pretty crazy. We can eat it all one time.
She's gonna demolish it, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh no.
Oh good, yeah. Oh yeah. Oh no, oh yeah, oh yes. Choked him, who knows?
Oh yeah. I think she just turned 2.
Wednesday, you can look forward to that. Tomorrow, as you're watching this, tomorrow.
For the colored one, I feel like I need to fix it.
On the 25th December. Guys, I'm gonna give it my best shot.
You're gonna be amazing.
Thank you.
It's gonna be amazing.
We made blankets, we made blankets. You need to do We come in peace. Oh, we should do a little like ooh. Oh yeah. This way? This way? This way?